We are live. Hello, hello, everyone. As we wait for you guys to come on in, I'm Corey from Living in Diz. I am currently here sitting by myself. We were all up a little late last night, a little after 2 a.m. watching some home videos, some baby videos. It was Jacob's birthday, and I thought it'd be a good time to do that, something I wanted to do for a while, and the family just had a blast doing that. So everybody's a little tired, but I will say this is a family that sleeps late all the time. I'm the early riser. I've already went to the gym, came back, and here I am. Let's see. Let's just make sure. Looks like we are live. Mulan coming on in. Hello, Mulan. Welcome into the special morning, afternoon stream now here on Saturday morning. It's not our typical time, but here we are. And welcome. I see two people popping in here, and Stephanie Wyatt is saying hello. I've got her backstage. I'm about to bring her forward so you guys can get to know our special guest, Stephanie Wyatt. We have talked before, but not here on our channel directly. We talked via Instagram and just talked for hours. So yeah, well, let me just bring her in. This is Stephanie Wyatt from the UK. Hello. Hi. From the UK. How's it going? Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. We well, let me just say that I'll explain how we kind of met. I'm pretty sure we just I was trying to build our Instagram, and which is still building. I'm trying to put more effort into that now, and it is starting to slowly grow. Trying to have patience, because you have to have patience with those things, I think. Oh. Yeah. So I think I just came across you as an Instagrammer, and love the account, love what you do. You do a great job on that Instagram. I talk about your YouTube so much, but I failed to mention that Instagram. So make sure everybody follows that Instagram. It's a great Instagram. And I noticed when people say they're coming to Florida, and if those people we've talked to, not that I had really talked to you yet, but noticed you were coming, and I was like, oh, okay, I think we've kind of messaged back and forth a little bit. Let me just see if we can meet up. Yeah, so we knew we were going to meet up, so I think we chatted back and forth here and there via Instagram, and then we were able to meet up. And ever since then, we talk with Steffi back and forth. Ever since then, that was 2018, like
2018.
November? Yeah. Was it November?
I went in the September, so we was talking obviously way before then.
Okay.
Because I booked it in the April 2017, so obviously knowing I was going to Florida the following September. Yeah. So I don't remember when we first started, but yeah, it's been a few years now. Crazy, isn't it?
Doesn't it?
So fast, yeah.
It feels like old friends. I think we're pretty comfortable with each other, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Like family from America.
Yes, that's right. Yes, your family from America. Sounds good. So we were just talking backstage for a quick moment. So here in the U.S., things have are kind of spread out as far as what is kind of opening in phases and things like that. Here in Florida, I should know this. We're well into phase 2. I don't think we're in phase 3 yet, but I do know that movie theaters can open at 50% now.
Ooh.
Restaurants are 100% capacity.
That's so crazy. Like, no restaurants are open here. Cinemas are going to be opening from July, like beginning of July. But there isn't really much else, if I'm honest. Like, gyms aren't opening, nothing like that, not that I know of. Sort of like salons, barbers, places like that, tattoo parlors, stuff like that. But yeah, it is weird. All the like mainly non-essential shops. So my mum and dad, like we run our own shop over here, which we do gifts, balloons, celebration cakes, cake supplies, all of that. So we've reopened the last couple of weeks. Well, Wednesday, literally Wednesday we opened, opened again. So it's weird. It's so weird over here because obviously it's still quite high, but yeah, I mean, the world's got to go back to normal, hasn't it, at some point? But I still think it's too soon, just a little bit with certain things. But how it is over, like, because I'm sure it's different in every state as well. Like, some things are opening like before others, which is I don't know.
It is. It is. Some states reacted quicker and closed everything down faster.
Yeah.
Others the opposite. So it really is a state by state thing right
Yeah.
now. Of course, New York and California was hit the hardest. Florida wasn't that bad for the most part. Then spring break came and everybody went down to Miami and got the spread there. And a lot of them, like Kansas is a state that's been very good, like Central United States. But what happened was they traced their spike that they had, which still wasn't as high as a lot of other states, to everybody coming back from Miami.
Right.
So when they talk about the numbers rising, it is still southern Florida, I think, at the most, but now Central Florida is starting to show more because the bars are open and people aren't wearing the masks. It's like people think that, okay, 100% capacity, cool, I think we're good to go. People are sick of it. You still got to wear that mask to protect you and others. We have to, the main idea is we just have to slow the spread so that we don't overload the hospitals for the people that really need it.
Exactly.
Because most people that are going to get it, thankfully, aren't going to get it that bad at all, and they'll be done with it. So I think if we just follow these simple rules, but I think we're in for like another year or so of this kind of lifestyle with the and things like that. So
it's hard, isn't it? I don't think it will ever go away, like quite a few people have said, but you've got to learn to live with it. And we definitely took the world for granted before. But I don't know.
Crazy, right? Crazy. This thing just comes like prior to that, my entire life. It's like, you always want to respect your personal space within people, but you got within 3 feet of people, no problem. You hugged, you kissed, you shook hands, you didn't wash your hands all the time. So we probably have been very, very lucky.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Let me just click on this. So let me welcome in some people. Looks like we have 7 people on. Ooh. I promoted this. Where are you people? Where's my peeps? Where are my peeps today? They'll probably come in late or watch on the rewatch, but we're gonna still do our
later on though, don't you? Like on your channel, a bit later on, like for your end.
Yeah. We're not normally on at this time, but I try to promote it like I normally promote things. We are going live a little later as well. I have a schedule for 5 at Disney Springs, so should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll have the crew on then for sure. All right. Well, let's start with some questions. I wrote some questions down just so people can kind of get to know you. What made you want to be a YouTuber? Because it's been a while now. Or how long have you been doing it?
It's been 6 years today. I've actually been uploading on my channel. So yay!
Today?
A long time. Yeah, 6 years today. So
happy YouTube anniversary.
Thank you. But it's kind of like loads of different things. So I wanted to do it as a hobby. I liked the whole idea. I did creative media in school and liked the whole like editing, filming kind of vibe. I wanted to actually be a camera woman, and then that career just kind of just went. Maybe I just didn't want that when I was younger. And I don't know, it was just, I watched quite a few, especially more like the beauty makeup kind of YouTubers, and they kind of inspired me to do it. And then I just went from there, really, just did it as a hobby. It's still a hobby now. Obviously, I don't earn enough to make it a living, which is fine. I just do it for the fun of it. And I've met so many amazing people. I have had a few things gifted, obviously, and I've gone to a few events, which has been amazing. But yeah, just for that, really, like just a bit of fun and just meeting people as well.
It's a fun ride, isn't it? Though, with those kinds of things, like number one, you do it as like a hobby. You do it because you love it. You love to share your love, the things you're showing.
Yeah.
And then now and then, you get invited to something or you get gifted something, and it's like, that's really cool. I appreciate that others appreciate what I'm doing. And it is all
great people as well, which is fun.
Yeah. I never see myself making a living off of this, but it's nice to get compensation now and then for just the hard work. Because it's not easy. It's a hard thing to do. I've been going all in on this channel as I've been home for several months, but when I go back full time, it is really a haul to try to keep this all together.
Oh yeah, definitely. And trying to fit time in for videos and editing and everything as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I've literally fallen asleep editing, released a video thinking I'm all good, and I'm like, why is that clip in there? I would not put that in there. Clearly I dozed off.
Yeah, you know when you've been editing for too long, when like just something doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You ever put something in with like I don't recall ever seeing like B-roll for you, but we do a lot of B-roll where we'll do a montage of clips with music to it. And there's times where I forgot to put the music in. Not
Yeah.
forgot, but I just missed it in the editing. I just missed to go back and do that part. And then I've got this minute-long montage of video all silent. And I'm like, oh my God, I
I
can't.
know, it's so frustrating, isn't it? I think I've done it once on like my older videos, but yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Let's see. Mulan has a question. How did Jill like the song I wanted her to listen to? Oh, we'll have to ask her if she ever comes to life. I've woken her up twice, so we'll see if she
No.
gets up. She needs to get up. She's got a busy day ahead of her. A busy day of fun. So when you feel like, see, when I watch YouTube, when I've watched it over the years now, there are people that I follow that I love to watch that do the same thing we do. And
Yeah.
sometimes you see something that you like that they do. Maybe it's a certain way of doing some of the B-roll. Maybe it's how they introduce their videos, just things like that. Do you feel like you've taken anything from others that you say, I'm going to try that because it works for them and I like that. That might work for me. Or is it just all you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm 100% original, like originality and stuff, but I wouldn't say I like copy obviously anything like that. But I don't really know, in a way. Like I just kind of do certain videos, or like if there's a trend or whatever, like maybe I'll jump on it, but 9 times out of 10 I'm always late to the trend. So if there's like a specific I don't know, like video going around, then I'll end up doing it like 3-4 weeks later when the trend's like gone down. So I'm like, okay. But I must admit, actually, my trailer reaction videos and review videos and stuff like that, I kind of saw a few people do them, and I liked the idea of it. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that, because I've sat down in a way and obviously watched the trailers and seen myself like react to them. And I'm like, oh, do you know what? Like some of them are like really funny or like shocked, and I want to know what other people's like reactions and reviews are as well. So I was like, do you know what? I'm actually gonna like film myself. I'll do it. And I can't remember what my first one was actually. I feel like it might be Frozen 2. I feel like that could be my first. I can't remember for the life of me. And it did really well, and everyone loved it. And I thought, oh, do you know what? This is good. This is good. Especially the Disney ones, the Marvel ones, the Star Wars ones. I did with my boyfriend Shane as well, the Game of Thrones season 8 trailer and reaction and stuff like that. So all the kind of big hyped up stuff does get very popular, which is good. So I'd probably say like those kind of things I say copied, kind of just got inspiration from. And they do quite well on my channel, and they bring loads of different other audiences in, which is quite cool, because obviously some people come to me for Disney, Harry Potter, the haul videos, the makeup, the trailer reactions. So I like having a variety on my channel. Obviously not every video will suit everyone, but some people at least want to watch them. So I'd probably say, to be honest, yeah.
Yeah, and that in a way, that goes against what a lot of people advise when you're trying to put a YouTube channel together. Like if you want to be successful, you have to hit a niche. You don't do this and that and this, but you've proven it wrong, because you do a variety of things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the worst thing is obviously copying, like, say, a really big YouTuber that everyone knows. Like, if you're copying word for word and, everything, it's just going to be too obvious. And if you don't come across that you've got passion in your videos, the viewers aren't going to enjoy them. They're not going to want to watch them. They're not going to get that feeling from you. And I actually had someone starting out message me, and they were like, oh, like, how do I get more views? How do I get big and stuff? And I was like, look, don't take this the wrong way, but if you're just in this YouTube thing just to get big and make it a job and get free stuff, you're not going to get anywhere. And people are going to be able to tell during your videos that you're just not being like real, you're just coming across too fake, which is a shame. So and they were like, oh no, obviously I'm not doing that. And I was like, okay, so I don't know. Obviously, like as much as I'd love to have this as a full-time career, like I don't think it will, but it's just fun, isn't it? Like how you say at the end of the day, like it's fun, and that's all that matters, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Really rambling now.
Yeah. How much time do you spend, on on the channel, getting things ready, anything from editing, filming?
Varies. I must admit, when I first started YouTube, I used to film on my iPhone or iPad. I used to edit on Windows Movie Maker with my laptop at the time. And then obviously I got a MacBook and stuff. I then invested in a vlogging camera just to start me off, purely just for my sit down videos and maybe some vlogs, but not as many. I wasn't really like confident as a vlogger. I'm still a little bit nervous with it going out, but because everyone where I live at the moment, everyone knows one another. Like it's that small of a place, so it's a bit a bit awkward. Obviously in Disney parks it's different because I don't care who watches. I don't care if someone's staring at me. And then obviously I went on, and once my channel got bigger, and I say bigger and bigger, like I then invested in. Obviously, I had iMovie editing, and those kind of like editing situations didn't take me that long, if I'm honest. Then I got my sit down like DSLR, like 70D Canon camera, and then was trying to learn a bit more. And then I recently, which I'm sure I've just purchased Final Cut Pro. And my God, editing on there takes me hours. Like a 10-minute video used to take me, I'm not even kidding, like 5 minutes to edit. Like, well, obviously in that 10-minute frame, but now I will literally edit like a 10-minute video for about 3 hours, and it is crazy how much time like you spend on videos, and then if they don't perform that well, you're like, oh, okay, like, and it's frustrating, isn't it? Like I'm sure you can relate to that, where when you do one of those kind of videos where you put so much hard work into it and it doesn't do as well as like another one that you don't put that much effort into. But that's just the way the YouTube goes. So yeah, a lot of time does go into YouTube that people don't see, but it's fine.
Yeah, you're right though. You never know what is going to, for sure. You never know what's going to be big. There could be something, now and then, where we have access to Disney. So sometimes there's an event where I'm like, this video is going to do well because of what it is, what we're covering. But it's the ones that take off and you go, what is up with this video? You were talking, you were talking about the reaction videos, and we did see your Frozen 2 one, and it was great. We haven't done too many of those, but I had the kids at like 11 o'clock at night one night when the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, Rise of Skywalker dropped in the afternoon. And I was like, we got to get to that. Let's do a reaction video. We've never done it before. See what happens. We did it. We cut it in seven minutes. We did it in 7 minutes, one take. I uploaded it quickly. No real editing, for that one.
Yeah, of course.
I haven't looked at it, but I swear that sucker has over 4,000 views, and it's one of our top viewed videos. It's got at least top 10, top 5.
Yeah,
it was so easy to do. So, and you're right, it does pull in other people. So, we should probably do more of those in the future when movies start hitting again, just because of what it does for the channel.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Sandy Norris, hello, welcome in. Yeah. So let's see. Moving on. Let's see when live stream. You don't really, unless I'm wrong. I've never seen you live stream, like for the channel. Is it something you would ever consider doing more of?
Oh, I think so. Like to be honest, I go more live on my Instagram. Like I don't know. I just feel like I've got more of a interactive following on Instagram than I do on my YouTube channel. Like I do get comments, I do get views, I do get likes and bits and pieces like that on my channel, but I've never actually sat down and thought, oh, I'm going to do a YouTube live, because I don't know, I just feel, I know it sounds bad, but I feel some people prefer Instagram lives from what like I get from, but there's loads of YouTubers, especially like yourselves, that do YouTube lives which really do quite well. So yeah, it's I don't know, it's probably something I would look into in the future. And obviously doing this was really fun. And then my other like friends over at like UK Disney couple as well, you know, I've been on their live stream as well with them as a guest, and then other bits and pieces. So yeah, like it just kind of varies. But I think maybe one day, I don't know, I love me a bit of Instagram, to be fair. So, but maybe I might throw that out one time and see what people are wanting, really. I think you might be on mute. Or I can't hear you anyway. I can't hear you. Oh no. I don't know if anyone else can. Oh. Yeah, Sandy, I agree. Younger generation do love Instagram. But I am a sucker for YouTube, to be fair, as well. Like, I love me a bit of YouTube. Well, I'll just sit here and talk to myself, seeing as you're not. Can you guys hear me still, though? Or, like, hopefully you can? How long have you been doing this? So, Sandy, today is my 6-year anniversary of uploading to YouTube. So I've had my channel for, I think, since 2011, but I only uploaded since on the 20th of June 2014, which is crazy. So yeah, it's super exciting. I don't have that many followers. I have quite a few, you know, obviously compared to some smaller channels and whatnot, but yeah, I don't really look at it for the numbers, you know. I'm not like, yeah, well, I've got this, like, or whatever. Like, I always celebrate if I can thank you if, you know, I go to the next milestone or whatnot. So but yeah, like I suppose it's different, isn't it, you know? And like I said as well before, I'm not sure if he was here, with doing different content to attract different audiences as well, so which is good. But then that means not everyone's going to watch all of your videos that they're not interested in, so but it's super exciting. I love it, and I've met so many amazing people, especially like Corey and the gang. Like, it's great. It's great fun. I'm just gonna be doing this live on my own. No, that's fine, Sandy, no worries. So I actually live in the United Kingdom, so I am British, and I live in this like small little island called the Isle of Wight. It's very, very down south, so, but we're all little compared to America, of course. Are you guys that are like all in the chat, are you all in Florida, or did I hear a living in Diz? I'm not sure.
You might.
Oh, you're back. I can hear you. Whoa, what happened?
So sometimes just randomly my microphone cuts out, and that happened months ago, and it took me a few hours to figure it out, but I figured it out, and I can fix it while I'm live, but I have to go into my settings and it has to detect the problem and then it fixes it. I don't know why it does that, but it usually happens when I'm doing an interview.
Always, yeah. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's like, no.
I could hear you the whole time. So great job. Good job, Sandy, with your questions. What's your favorite Disney park?
Oh, my favorite. Oh, God. So I've only been to like 2 Disney parks, which is obviously, well, Disney World and Disneyland Paris. I haven't been to Disneyland Paris since 2015. So obviously that's 5 years ago now. And it has changed a little bit more. And Disney World was obviously 2018. Oh, thank you, Milan. So Disneyland Paris is like my home park. Like, I was very, very gratefully able to grow up going there quite a few times with my family. So I always feel quite comfortable and safe there and stuff like that. But then I went to Disney World and oh my God. Woof. Do you know what? Put them all into like, I'd probably say Disney World just a tiny bit more because yeah, something just like spoke out to me when I went. It was just absolutely amazing, and I was just like, oh my God. But yeah, Oh, it's hard. It's really hard.
Hey,
But
Pete.
Disney World.
Disney World. Hey, Pete, welcome to the stream, my friend.
Hi, Pete.
We're interviewing, or I don't really want to call it an interview because Steffi and I can just chat for hours pretty easily. But just to get you guys to know her, I'm throwing some questions her way, and she's doing an awesome job answering them. So yeah, mind blown when you come to. I think everybody gets mind blown when they come to Disney World that have been to other places only, even just Disneyland. You know, there's
Literally.
so
Oh
much.
my gosh.
Did it feel overwhelming? Because it feels overwhelming when people come to Disney World for the first time.
100%. Yeah, especially going from like Disneyland Paris, like which is tiny, like so small compared to Disney World, obviously. I just didn't obviously I watched the vlogs and stuff before I went, but I didn't actually realize how big it was. Even the resorts are massive. The resorts were like the same size as the Disneyland Paris, like Disneyland Park. I swear, like some of them were just that big, and I was just in shock. But yeah, it's a lot to take in. There's a lot of space, but it's just amazing. Like it's such a nice park. Like it's beautiful. Well, obviously all four of them. It's so different, and I like that. Like if it was the same as Paris, I'd be a bit like, okay, at least half of this isn't in French, you know. So, but yeah, one day I want to go to all the parks, like all the Disney parks, just to say I've done it because that would
Wouldn't
be
that be
amazing.
awesome? That would be awesome. What would you say your favorite ride is in Magic Kingdom? It's hard to choose.
Oh no, easy. Splash Mountain, straight up
No
Splash
problem.
Mountain. Yeah,
See,
I love Big Thunder though, but Splash, you don't get that in France because obviously the weather over there.
right.
But for real, I love Splash Mountain. Do you know what, Space Mountain? I was a bit, I don't love it. I like it. It's alright, but I don't love it. So sorry if there's any, hardcore.
I'm with you on that though. It's kind of like it's iconic. It's classic. I got to do it. I want to do it
It's one
because
of
of
the
all those things.
like, yeah.
But if you want a real, and there are a lot of people where that is their absolute favorite ride, and I get it. But I mean, if you want to look at negatives with it, it's rickety.
I
It's
had the
rickety.
worst headache coming off of
Yeah,
it.
it
Oof.
jerks you around. You don't know where you're going. You know, you ride it enough, you kind of have an idea, but there's always some drops here and there that I just forgot about or whatever. Um, it's fun. It's certainly very dated, but you got to do it because it is what it is. So,
Exactly.
and we
Yeah.
try to do it every time. It's not quite the must do, but it's close for us.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fair.
But
Fair
Splash
enough.
Mountain's awesome. Splash Mountain is long, which is good.
Yes. That's what I love. It's not a 5-second ride, which is great. I mean,
Yeah,
5 seconds is a bit dramatic, but you know what I mean.
yeah. The colors, the length of the ride, the music is cheerful. It's got a lot of things you want in a ride, and I hope it's around for a long time. What about Animal Kingdom?
Everest, straight up. Again, I love me at Everest. I love Flight of Passage, don't get me wrong, and it's amazing. But we was able to go on it, I want to say 4 times. Four times I was able to go on it on my first time. Every time we got fast passes, we always did Flight of Passage rather than the Navi River Journey. So I've never been on the river journey, and I was not queuing for like 2 hours
No.
because I'd be disappointed like to queue for that. Like I'm no, it looks beautiful, but not for 2 hours. So Flight of Passage is so good, but because like the first 2 times I felt amazed, immersed, everything, but then the last 2 times I was very, I know what's coming, obviously, like, and I was a bit like, I think I overdid it, which makes sense. So that's kind of that. But yeah, Everest, I can go on that. I would literally spend an entire day just going on it and on it and I'd still be so like, oh my god, like I love the whole story. I love the whole idea. Like I love roller coasters.
So well themed.
Yes. I think that's what it is. It's the theming more for me, like especially with Splash Mountain as well, isn't it? So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with that. And you know, pro tip, you can do this with Flight of Passage as well. But we had a really good time. There was one night because we're usually trying to get on Flight of Passage at the end of the night. But there was one night for some reason, I want to say it possibly could have been because we just had a fast pass for Flight of Passage earlier and we didn't need to go there at the end of the night. Kristen Jonas, welcome in. Welcome into the stream, by the way. Thanks for joining us. But we discovered you can hit Everest with 30 minutes to go, and you can ride that thing constantly.
Literally, yeah. Constantly. So good. I've seen so many people do that, and I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah. So, you know, if that's something you want to plan for next time you're in Animal Kingdom, just kind of wait on it. You know, ride it during the day if you get a chance to, but then be like, yeah, last 20 minutes, I'm riding that sucker.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, so good.
So it is a lot of fun. I don't think they'll ever now see you didn't ride it when it was fully functional either, because the Yeti was animated, and I don't think he's ever going to be fixed.
Do you think? I'd be terrified though. I'd be like, no, he's fine the way he is.
Yeah, it's still a great ride. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I have talked to a former Imagineer, and there's just been issues with that. I just don't think they can get the parts that they need for it, which is crazy. It's Disney. You think they would be able to do whatever they want, you know, but how about Epcot? Is it easy for you to answer?
Oh, it kind of is, you know. It's actually it's quite hard, because you've got your main three, haven't you? You know, you've got your Test Track, you've got Soarin', and you've got Frozen Ever After. I know there is others like the Grand Fiesta Tour, but for me, Test Track wins because I love that just so much. However, Soarin' is something I've never been on before, like that, which is amazing. And then you got Frozen Ever After, which is just adorable and so good as well. But Test Track wins for me. I like the whole idea at the start, you know, building your own car, designing it all. Then you're going through like the test kind of situation, and then you just go off. And I'm just like, absolutely, I'm here for that. So I like it. They're kind of different, you know. Splash Mountain is my favorite in Magic Kingdom, which is different, and then obviously Everest, a roller coaster, and then Test Track, which is not really a roller coaster, but I don't know how else to kind of describe it. To be fair,
definitely a thrill ride. Definitely,
yeah, definitely. But when Guardians of the Galaxy comes, I feel like it might change because I've got such high hopes for that. Such high hopes, like.
Yeah, you know, I never thought of it like that. That may be the ride to ride in.
Ratatouille. Again, I've done Paris. Like, oh, we've done a ride you haven't done yet. Woo!
I know, right? Tell us Americans about that.
Oh, it's so good. Like, I really like it. I'm sure W's Waltograms in the chat. I'm sure he's done it. Maybe I'm thinking went to Paris and did it. And it's a trackless ride, so it's basically like Rise of the Resistance in a way. But it's just incredible. Like, it's so good. You literally shrink down to the size of a rat, and you're like running around as if you're Remy. I don't want to spoil too much, but obviously Ratatouille is coming to Epcot, which, you know, obviously that in the France Pavilion. And it's just amazing. Honestly, the theming of it, even just the queue, is just beautiful. Like, I love how smooth it is. That's the only kind of trackless ride, I believe, at Paris. So for when that came, that was something completely different, which is amazing. So I'm just so excited for you guys to like experience it and have your view on it. So, but I don't want to hype it up too much just in case you don't like it. So sorry.
It looks fun. It looks really cute. Everybody's very excited to jump on that. Waltograms, welcome to the stream here at Living in Diz. We do a lot of fun Disney stuff here. We're live from the parks during the week. We have vlogs where we cover anything at Disney resorts, food, fun, tips, merchandise every week. So you wouldn't know it by today, but it is a family channel. It involves my wife, my daughter, and my son, all with their own personalities. So it's a good spot to come and be part of the Diz family. So let's see. How about snack? We missed a park. We missed Hollywood Studios has changed in the short time that you have been gone.
Yes. So obviously I haven't done either of the Star Wars rides. It's been a long day already. Okay, it's a long day. It's like 20 to 6 in the evening right now over here. So. Yeah, I haven't done Smuggler's Run or Rise of the Resistance, which look amazing. I was gonna not watch anything, but I didn't know when I was coming back, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna do it. So obviously we did Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog. What else did we do? I can't even remember. They're the main rides, aren't there, in Hollywood
There
Studios?
are not a lot of rides. I can go through them in my head with you too. You've got Tower of Terror,
Yeah.
Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster.
Slinky
Great Movie Ride, I think, was still in operation when you were there.
No, it wasn't. Otherwise, I would have been all over that. Yeah, no, it was closed. I was gutted. I thought it was going to be open, but it wasn't.
Okay, so you had Star Tours that was available, and you did get to experience Toy Story Land, so that's good.
Oh, I love Toy Story Land. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we didn't actually do Swirling Saucers because we was a bit like, ugh, that just looks like I'm going to throw up everywhere, to be honest. And then, oh, Toy Story Mania. Toy Story Mania is such a good ride as well.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh, that's right.
Like, love that. We have the Buzz Lightyear ride at Paris. I say we, like the European ride, European park. Yeah, no, do you know what? I think Tower of Terror just wins it for me every time, regardless. Star Tours, I find quite sickly. Like, I always feel sick after. I always get a headache, and I'm just, as much as I want to love it, like, I just can't. But it was my brother's favorite ride when we went to Paris, like when we was a lot younger. So we used to always do it. That and Pirates. But your Pirates, I'm sorry, is just trash. It's good. It's good, but we've got more drops, like, and it's just so much better. Like, I literally, we went down one drop, and then next minute we saw Jack, obviously with the skeleton, and then I saw the exit, and I was like, "Is that it?" I was like, "I'm sure." I was like, oh, but obviously you guys have, like, you know, you're used to that, and I was just like, oh no, but that's the thing with different parks, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I think Kristen said RIP, great movie ride. Let me say that we feel that we, meaning our family, feels that they could have found another place for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. You did not have to rip Great Movie Ride from us.
So nice, that Great Movie Ride. It really does.
Oh, so great. If you're a movie lover, that's where it's at. We were very, very sad to see that go, but very, very happy for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's an awesome ride, but technology is top notch. They're just crazy technology. So yeah, when what was your point? What were you just saying? Because I was going to bounce off that, but I
can't even remember, to be fair. Was it Pirates, maybe? Like,
so Pirates, I think I can speak for most Americans in saying that, yes, there are better Pirates rides out there. We may have the worst one. Now, for me, this is crazy, but it's my MK favorite. Like, that is my must do every single time. Pirates is my favorite ride in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I would love to go and see which one is it? Is it in Paris?
The Paris one is obviously the only other one I've been to. So the Paris one.
Video screens? Does that have video screens?
No, that's the one in Shanghai, isn't it? No, so we don't have. So it's basically the same style as yours, but ours is just a little bit different. I think it's been refurbished to look more like the American ones, but we had more drops. And I know it's not just about the drops, but it just kind of made it a little bit better. Like, I think I was just expecting like at least 2 more drops from the Florida one, and I was like, is that it? Like, I just was in shock. It looked beautiful though, but I don't know. I felt it was really short as well, but the Paris one just feels so much longer. I don't know. It's weird. But again, I haven't been since 2015, so I haven't actually been since it's been refurbished. So it could be bad now for all I know. I don't know.
Yeah, Kristen says that WDW Pirates is good, but every other is better. And yes, totally agree with that. Welcome in, Christina, and Red Panda Valerie. Welcome in, guys. We're talking to Stephanie Wyatt, a UK or a YouTuber from UK. She does so many things on her channel. She does makeup. She's a makeup. Should I say makeup artist, professional makeup artist?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
She talks Disney. She does Disney. She's a Harry Potter fan, and she has an awesome Instagram as well. And we're good friends of each other and each other's channel. Snacks. What stood out for you in your trip for snacks, whether it's here or even Paris? Like, what are some of the snacks that you just love at Disney parks?
In Paris, again, obviously going back in like 2015 and stuff, there wasn't really that many snack options. So when you go to Paris, coming from Florida, for you guys, you'll probably be so shocked. Like, it's completely different. There's not really a dining plan to go out and get snacks as credits and stuff like that. But there is, you know, like half board and full board options and bits and pieces for like dinner time and meals and stuff. So the only kind of snacks I would have in Paris is either popcorn, which ours is sweet, yours is salt, which is like cool. And then the only other thing is like crepes or crepes. Crepes. I don't know how everyone says it. Everyone's different. Right. Yeah. And that's kind of what I had. But the last two times I went in 2014 and 15, which were my most recent, we went in October, like the last week of October. So it was a bit more colder. So the crepes were just perfect, like perfect timing. I'll be honest, there isn't really that many like snacks that I'm aware of. Again, there might be more. Like, I don't know. It's hard to kind of like compare it to Disney World, how Disney World is a little bit more with the snacks, you know? So in Disney World with snacks, I didn't actually try that many. I hardly tried a snack. Like, literally, I haven't had a Dole Whip. I haven't had a Mickey Premium Bar, a Mickey Ice Cream Sandwich. I didn't have a Mickey like Rice Krispie treat. Like, I was so full up on everything else with the dining plan that we had that I just haven't tried the majority of snacks. I think the only what I class as a snack, which isn't really a snack, but you can use it as a snack credit, is the Satuli Canteen blueberry cream cheese mousse. That dessert is just something else. Oh my God. But other than that, I am like a snack virgin basically with Disney World, which is such a shame. I had such a big bucket list, and now I'm like, now I've got to do it for my next trip.
Yes. Those snacks. You named the WDW 4 food groups right there. You know,
exactly,
the Dole Whip. We're getting more into snacks over the last year and a quarter, I would say, because right now we're doing with having lack of going into the parks, we're trying to keep the magic going in on our channel by doing what I'm calling a rewind series. So our current rewind series, chapter volume 2, is all about our food reviews from beginning to current. You know, so we're just kind of getting into snacks over the last year, a little over a year for our channel. But the thing is, we try a lot of the ones that are trendy, so they go away. They go, you know, the basic ones we know, but you might get something that pops up, like they had a great Dole Whip in Adventureland last year, which was Red's Revenge. So it was a strawberry Dole Whip floating in strawberry soda. Who doesn't love strawberry soda, right? And it was phenomenal. And it's my favorite Dole Whip. Forget the pineapple Dole Whip. That was my favorite. We were just surprised to give it such a phenomenal review, but we really loved that. There's a lot of different Dole Whips that have come out. Great trendy snacks. I think that's what people want to see more of. So I have to really think when I think about favorite snacks. I just like them all. So
which is good. Yeah.
Well, yeah. When it comes to Disney, it's more of I'm indecisive to begin with, and then when you ask me to pick something favorite at Disney, whatever category it is, I feel guilty for picking one thing because I just don't know if I really have a single favorite all the time for everything. If there was, is there a ride in Paris that needs to be in WDW without Ratatouille?
My God. Crush's Coaster is where it's at. That is the best ride I've ever been on. And it's in the Walt Disney Studios in Paris, which is your equivalent to like Hollywood Studios. So that's where our Tower of Terrors, Rock and Roller Coaster, Star Tours, all that jazz. And no, Star Tours is in our Disneyland park. My God, this is like throwing me so much back. So our Toy Story Land and Ratatouille situations are in the Walt Disney Studios as well. It's a roller coaster, and you're sat in. Obviously, it's Crush from Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is my favorite Pixar film as well, so that just like was 100%. So you're sat like 2 by 2, like next to one another in Crush's like turtle shell. And basically, it's a roller coaster. You go back, like you're going down, and then it spins whilst you're going. Oh my God, it's one of the most amazing roller coasters I've ever been on. It just goes and goes and goes, and it's so, so cool. I'm sure there is POVs on YouTube, hopefully with the lights on so you can see the track, but it's honestly one of the most amazing roller coasters I've ever been on, and I prefer it more than Everest, and Everest is up here, like, for me. So Crush's Coaster is there, like, but I don't think there is many other, actually, our Hyperspace Mountain is different as well, which is a lot better, but now it's got the Star Wars overlay at Paris. But I don't think there's any other kind of independent ones. Like, we have a Haunted Mansion, which is called Phantom Manor. And I'm not sure if you remember when you did a live stream of watching Paris's rides that time. And I said it's connected to Big Thunder over there, which is so cool. So, like, the story, just in case obviously no one knows in the comments, the story is that our Haunted Mansion, Phantom Manor, is in Frontierland, and then Big Thunder is, like, over here. So they're very, very close. And basically, the groom didn't come back to, you know, the bride because he was working in the mine and the mine collapsed. So that's why, like, that's their little story, which is so cool, which, like, I love. And I love that you didn't, like, know about that, because when obviously coming to Disney World and then seeing that your Haunted Mansion was in Liberty Square, God, it's there. I got it. It's just so far away, and I was like, oh my God. But yeah, like, it's crazy. But honestly, there isn't kind of anything else that you don't have already. So yeah, Crush's Coaster, if you guys can, like, watch a POV, honestly, it's one of the most amazing rides I've ever been on. I love it so much, so much.
That's a cool.
I'm sorry, when I talk about something, I talk.
No, that was perfect. I was just keep going. That was great.
Just stocking up on me water.
I was just gonna say that was a great answer, because I don't know anything about that ride, Crush's Coaster, so I am definitely going to check it out. I think I've heard the name.
We're literally gonna have to take a trip, because honestly, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. You know, that is a park that I'm very interested in Paris, because the additions even that they're going to make, you know, Frozen, Marvel, that's going to be sick. David and SC, welcome, my friend. So yeah, it's small. So how does an American make the best of their trip over there? Like, so to me, it sounds like you don't just go to Disneyland Paris and you go home, because is that a 2-day trip?
You could absolutely do both parks in a day, but you'd be pushing it, if that makes sense. So if you want to be more comfortable, the most amount of days I would say would literally be like 4 days. You don't need any longer than 4, 5 at a push. If you're, you know, if someone's a bit slower, if you've got kids or like younger kids or anything like that, personally anyway, what I've kind of experienced, not that I've got kids, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'd probably say like 4 days, or if you can only do 3, then that's fine, because obviously like on the last day or whatever, you can like park hop, because literally it's like that. There is just, it's so close. So like in Disneyland California, you can literally walk to it like that. So when I went to Florida, and I was like, oh, that's fine, we could just walk. And then I was like, no, we can't. We have to take like 10 buses or something.
A plane, train, and an automobile.
Yeah, literally. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to fly to the next park. But yeah, like it's, yeah, I'd probably say 4 days max, like just to make sure you've done everything at a comfortable pace, especially if you say you can't go in the quieter kind of months. The kind of best months to go is either like January, February time, but it's a lot colder, obviously. November's a good time to go, September, and I'd say May is a good time to go as well. All the other months are just a little bit more busier, of course, but then that's the same probably with Disney World as well. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and we don't have water parks either, like at Paris. I say we, but you know what I mean. It's not my park. Like I haven't been since 2015, so, but yeah.
Yeah,
water park. They do have like pools, obviously, in their like Disney resorts, but no parks. It's just too cold. It's like the UK weather over there, basically. It's just way too cold.
What is it for you guys weather-wise right now?
At the moment, it's blue skies. It's been a bit windy today, but it's been okay weather. I think it's been about 19 degrees Celsius. I don't know what your Fahrenheit is. I'm not very good. But
I think we're looking like in the 50s, 60 range
oh, okay.
Fahrenheit for that.
Makes sense for you guys.
So is it winter? Is it winter for you, or?
No, it isn't. It's like coming out of spring, going into summer. So like that kind of vibe. But oh my god, in May it was literally like 28 degrees. And I was like sweating. I've got a tan on my arm compared to like my face, like kind of, I don't know. So
I call those teaser days in the States. So if you live not in Florida and you live more north, April is springtime, but you'll get those days. Like you get all excited. You're like, oh man, it's 80 degrees, which is pretty hot. It's shorts weather and you could even swim. And you're like, this is gonna be awesome. Here we go. We're gonna have a great spring and right into summer.
yeah.
And then the next day you're back on with your winter coat and it's much, much colder, you know. I
Yeah.
hate those days. It's like my worst month. Like when I lived up north, it was like, well, it just kind of teases you. It's like it's not here yet. You want it so badly in a month, and it just teases you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
When you came to Disney, like what, a year and a half ago at least here for the first time, what
It's been so long.
I know. Could you pick a single favorite thing of the entire thing?
I had to
trip.
like answer this previously for a friend collab on YouTube as well, like what my favorite Disney memory was and stuff. And oh, do you know what is hard with Disney World? I think because I think just coming in and just seeing the park, seeing the castle, and I like cried when I walked up Main Street. Like, I think kind of that in a way. But do you know what? I don't know. Every time I met a Goofy, I had the best interaction, like the best interaction. So I think I really like that as well. Every Goofy I met was just incredible, like so good. They just but then I met Sadness, and that was so nice. I can't choose. It's so hard. Like the best, like feel with it.
It's a hard question.
Okay.
But Goofy is fun. I realized that recently that the last few times we've met several characters, I have the most fun with Goofy. His mannerisms, and he's like his name. Like he just looks goofy. He makes you want to smile. He makes you want to laugh when you're around him. You know, and my favorite Goofy to meet is Santa Goofy.
Oh my god, I bet.
We did a live stream around Christmas time, and I was like, there's Santa Goofy. We gotta go meet Santa Goofy. So we went in and we met him, and there's certain characters I can do a pretty good job of imitating them.
Oh yeah.
So I did Goofy's voice, and he was like, he jumped back and he was like pointing at me and pointing at the kids, and he was like this. And, and he's so tall too. He's so tall.
So tall, yeah.
So tall when you meet him. But he's a lot of fun. So I can agree with that.
Definitely.
What's something that you do habit wise, or anything that may drive your boyfriend crazy, or your mom, or your family? What's something?
Where do I start? Let me get my list out.
Bring them all in. Let us know.
I'll just read them all out. Is that just in general? Is that like Disney? Like
yeah, no, not really Disney related. No, just in general.
Do you know what? I don't think like driving them mad, like annoyed or anything, but I think the amount of, it's going to go back to Disney, of course, but Disney knowledge I kind of have. Like I'll sit there and say like, oh, this is what's happening in Florida in like Disney World, and because they haven't been, they're like, oh right, okay, like they want to go. Like we have had plans to go next September, but that's a whole different story, and I'm sure we'll probably get onto that at some point anyway. So like me just bringing out all this like knowledge and stuff like that, and as soon as Disney Plus came out to the UK in March, I literally was like, we are all watching the Imagineering story. Like you are all learning about Disney, Walt Disney, the parks, everything. Like I know everyone loves Disney for a whole different reason, but I kind of love the more like history, the backstage, the parks, like the filming, the makeup, like everything like that was involved. So I think all that kind of knowledge, like I'm quite thick with other stuff. Like you talk to me about politics, about the law, government, stuff like that. I couldn't say a thing, but talk to me about Disney or makeup or Harry Potter, and you'll see how excited I am. You'll see my passion, everything. So I think those kind of things, kind of don't get on their nerves, like in a nasty way, but they're like, oh, like, to be fair, I was talking to, because I've been watching Disneyland California vlogs, because I'm hopefully persuading Shane to go next year. Like, he's been to LA, but I was like, don't do Disneyland without me because I'll leave you. You know, it's fine. And basically, I was watching a Disneyland vlog, and I was like, oh my God, there's an Indiana Jones like ride out there, like dinosaur in Florida. And he was like, oh, and we're back to Disney. And it's just stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This is a passion. Like, you know, like, let me do it. So I think that's the kind of thing that bothers them. I'd like to think I'm not that annoying, but I mean, we are.
Yeah, that's a good answer. There's times even here, like, people will say to us, how do you go to the park every day or every week? How do you do it?
Oh, doing the same stuff. Like, no.
Yeah, no, exactly, no. And now I just have the new answer. You either get it or you don't get it. You just get it or you don't get it. You are or you're not.
Yeah, you either have it or you don't. Like, I think in a way, like, I think I could work out there in a Disney park, because I feel like I've got the personality. I've got the kind of, like, I did performing arts in school. I love to kind of perform in a way. I did used to work for I don't know if any Americans know, but we have a Harry Potter studio tour in, like, near London, which is basically like the Warner Brothers tour in Hollywood, basically, but this is just dedicated to Harry Potter. So I was one of the main, like, interactors and stuff, and I was doing, like, speeches in the Great Hall scene and stuff like that. So I love all of that. So hit me up for a Disney, like, park job, 100%. But I mean, tattoos. So thanks, Walt. So, like, that, do you know, I could probably work out there, but some people would say, like, oh, going there every day or working there, wouldn't that spoil the magic? I don't know. I think if you overdo it, possibly, but everyone's different, like yourselves. I probably could go, not every day, obviously, but you know, every weekend or every other weekend that you guys do. I probably could do that, but I feel like being in the UK, it's a lot different. Obviously, we don't have a park. Our closest one is Paris, and it's quite easy to get to Paris. It's literally an hour and a half in the air, or we've got the Eurostar, stuff like that, Eurotunnel as well. So it's very easy and quick to get to. But I don't know, really. I don't know. Like, it depends. It depends. Like, do you think you could ever, like, work in a Disney park? Do you think it would spoil the magic for you, or do you think that could be something?
That's a great question. I'd probably share the same view. No, I think I'd be fine with it. I think I could separate the working part of it
to, like, the Disney love. Yeah.
Just the Disney love. Yeah. Because when you're working, you know, you're probably in one or two locations and you're doing your thing. You're doing your job. You're spread magic and things like that. You'll have a separate kind of joy doing that. But I'd also be thinking about the next time I'm going to go on my own time and enjoy what I want to enjoy.
Exactly.
So where we go once a week now, and say I picked up a job there, I think I'd still want to go, you know, once a week. And I don't think that would spoil it for me. The different view, though, that I'll say, and Walt earlier said I wanted to work there, but then, I decided I needed tattoos.
For real. And he's got some amazing Disney tattoos as well, from the UK as well. Oh, he's from Scotland.
Oh, nice.
I say you.
Nice. But we have a different perspective too, because the magic has changed for us, because we used to come down for vacation. You know, we used to live 3,000 miles from Florida. So it was a once a year trip for us for several years. And just the countdown, the anticipation. And when you're there, it's like the magic's here, you know, and now it's like, it's a different kind of excitement. Like, I still get excited every time we're heading onto property. I still get sad when we leave. I get sad when we leave. But, you know, my sadness is probably like a 3, as opposed to on vacation when you're not coming back for a year, your sadness is at a 10. It's like, okay, I don't want it to end for today, but in 6 days I'll be back.
Yeah.
You know, and I do try to just stop now and then and appreciate, because we can do it so easily and so often. Sometimes you just kind of like walk in, you're doing your thing, whatever you're going to do, and you do it. But now and then we stop.
Or anything, but, you know, you've got more, like, privilege in a way, like, because you live there, which is great. So, yeah.
And I go back to one story, which I think I was just telling someone the other day, is that We were walking in the backside of Epcot. You can get to the backside of Epcot near France.
Yes, yeah.
And we came through, and can't remember which kid I was with, but I think it was a one-on-one day with just one of the kids and me. And we're walking up, and Mickey was off to the side, like he normally is. And I'm not going to say we ever just like walk by a character, because we don't do that. I mean, they're still Disney characters, you know. So it's always like, oh, there's Mickey, you know, take a quick look at him, and then we move on. Instead of, if you're on vacation, it's like, oh my God, we got to go over there.
Yeah, literally.
I saw a husband and a wife. I can't remember if she had a child with her. I don't think she did, because it would have not stood out to me as much. I'm going to say it's a husband and wife. And she just stopped dead in her tracks beside us and said, oh my God, there's Mickey. And I stopped.
That's the mood.
I'm thinking. And I said, just take a look at this for a second. I'm like, we just kind of walk by and we're like, hey, look, but look what she just did. Yeah. We have to appreciate what we have to be able to come here, because that was priceless. That made my day to see that reaction. So,
literally.
Yeah. What's your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear? Sorry? What's your biggest fear? Non-Disney.
It should really be more like losing family, losing friends, Shane, all that. But it's actually the sea. I'm terrified of the sea. It's an unknown situation. If I can't stand up in it, I'm not going in, and I'm 5'2.5", so that's not very tall. I'm not a strong swimmer, which doesn't help. So if I'm gonna be taken with the current, I'm gonna drown. I'm just gonna appreciate and accept, you know. I have nightmares even since I was younger, not like ridiculous bad nightmares, but like I always have this horrible reoccurring dream, which is the exact same, that the current takes me and I drown, and it's horrible. And my like zodiac sign is a water sign as well. I live by the sea. I literally, like, the island that I live on, the Isle of Wight, if anyone knows it in the UK, obviously, it's a separate little island. It's surrounded by the sea. You have to get a boat to get to the main part of the UK. Like,
wow.
It's just that is just terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Yeah, I'm getting better though. I'm getting better. Swimming pools I don't mind, but if I can't touch the floor, I'll still panic. So
I got you. So how big is Isle of Wight then? What's the span of it?
I don't. I might have to Google that. You can drive around the whole Isle of Wight in a day though. In a whole day, you can drive around it, which is quite cool. So, what shall I type? How big is the Isle of Wight?
We'll get our geography lesson here.
Right. So the area is 380 km2.
Okay.
That's what it says. Okay, I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to see. I'm gonna pop a picture on here. So you see the little red dot? That's us. This is and that red dot is us. Like,
wow.
So tiny.
That is very tiny. That's amazing.
It's cool. Our population is apparently 141,538.
How about that? You said everybody knows everybody.
Literally, yeah. And everyone basically knows one another over here as well. Everyone's got family here. Everyone's related. Not kind of like incest, but, you know, like some maybe are, but...
Right.
And so, I mean, it's completely different.
Yeah.
We're not over here.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't realize that. But I've heard of Isle of Wight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would say the only reason I have heard of it is, you'll be able to correct me or clarify it, but it's connected to music. Big concert. Was there like a one-time big concert, or is this a yearly thing?
So they normally do Isle of Wight Festival and the Isle of Wight Festival. Festival has now stopped. I think it stopped maybe 4 or 5 years ago or something. I think it went to the mainland part of the UK, but it always has Isle of Wight Festival every year. So it's like for one weekend, Thursday to Sunday, once a year. And I remember when I went to Universal and I did the Raptor encounter, like meet and greet stuff, which was amazing. The guy interactor actually said, "Oh, where are you from?" And I said, "Oh, the UK." And whenever I went to obviously any part, whether it was Disney or Universal, and they're like, "Where are you from in the UK?" And I'm like, you're not going to know. You don't know where the Isle of Wight is. I guarantee it. And this guy said, whereabouts? So I said, obviously Isle of Wight. And he was like, Isle of Wight. They do an amazing Isle of Wight festival there. And I was like, shut up. I was like, oh my God. I was like, yes. I was like, you know. So yeah, it was crazy. So like how this guy in Florida like knew, I was just like amazing. But not many people know. So, but yeah, very, very, very famous for the Isle of Wight festival, 100%, which is awesome. So yeah.
Is that festival, was it made up of mediocre bands, or did you get some huge headliners there?
I don't know when and where it first kind of started, like as such, but we do get some big people. So we have, I'm just trying to think, like the last few years we've had like the Killers, we've had John Bon
Jovi.
I don't know. My mom's a huge fan, but I don't know. Okay. I always just know him as John Bovi. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Well, his real name is John Bovignini, I believe is how it would be.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. Literally no idea. But we have had like Ed Sheeran there as well, which was really cool. I'm just trying to think. There is some really good people, really big people, and then there's a lot more like smaller people as well. So it kind of varies. I think it's mainly more like British artists. But we have had a few, you know, like American and other people come over and stuff, which is awesome. But yeah, like it just kind of varies, if I'm honest. So yeah, because I haven't been for a few years, but the lineup is a bit same old, so they kind of get the same people every year, which is a bit so yeah,
that is an area that some of the magic has worn off in Epcot, because being here now for
of course
4 years, when we look forward to the festivals, it's kind of the same lineup. They'll sprinkle in a few new ones here and there, but there's some great names. It's normally people that are past their heyday, but you want to see them. You know, it's like the kids love 80s music, so it's like, let's go see Starship, you know, and we have a blast. But when you see Starship coming every year, it's like, yeah, if we're there, we'll go see them, but we're not going to make a special trip to Epcot that weekend to see them. It would be nice to bring in others as well, but they don't mix it up too much, so that's a little bit of a boo-hoo. But fitness wise, what do you do?
Nothing. I very rarely, like, I was on such a hype, like I want to say literally last month. Like last month I was doing like, workouts and stuff, I was doing yoga. I just haven't done it for the longest time. Like I kind of have a fast metabolism, although this lockdown I have gained a little bit of weight. I'm not very good at running, stuff like that. I'm very unfit. I don't have a good healthy diet. The list goes on. So yeah, it's kind of, I need to get into a routine, but I feel a bit all over the place because of the whole like lockdown and situations, quarantining and stuff. So yeah, like it's, I don't know, I'm just chilled. Like I'm not working, I'm furloughed, stuff like that. So yeah, basically it's all a bit, but I'm lucky that I do still have a job. You know, some people have been made redundant and lost their jobs, which is awful. So, but yeah, it's kind of just getting into that routine. I do need to get back into a fitness routine, if I'm honest. I used to do loads of sports in school, but now it just, nah.
I know. Times change, and it's funny. Our brains know that we should stay active and we should do things. And you think with our basic survival techniques, it would be easy to do.
Literally.
But it's not easy to do. But it does become easier to do once you've been doing it. If you do it for like a month, like you want to do it, at that point, you know what I mean? You don't have to pull yourself to do it. So I get it. So yeah, about work. So you were working at the movie theater for several years now.
Yeah.
Right?
I did a couple other bits and pieces in London, and then I went back to the like the movie theater. So obviously that's reopening, and I'm a bit 50-50 on if I actually want to go back yet. I think there's an option to obviously, you know, give it another month or however long. I don't think I'm ready to go back, if I'm honest. I'm just a bit wary of other people, if I'm honest. I'm not letting like my anxiety get to me or anything like that, but I can just panic a bit with other people. I know like it's either going to go two ways. Either the customers are going to be really good, and you know, whether they have to wear masks or not, no one even knows what the precautions are yet, like what the guidelines are, anything like that. Or the cinemas are going to do like really good for all like the health and safety side, and the customers aren't going to, you know, like abide by the rules. So I think that's what I'm more worried about. So I'm a bit like, I might just wait, see if I can still stay like furloughed or whatnot. And then, yeah, I'm kind of actually 50-50 on whether I want to go back to London or stay here with my family now that I've come back. I'm kind of like saving for a place for me and Shane to eventually get in London. So it's kind of a bit hard. So I'm like, oh, what do I do? Like, I don't know. But yeah, it's all a bit confusing. So I don't know really. Like, and obviously I can't work from home with that job. So,
right.
You know.
How about the makeup thing? Is that something that you want to eventually just do that full time, or how's that going?
Absolutely, yeah. So I've actually invested or like paid and spent a little bit more on this other makeup course that I'm doing, which is a bit more specialized in special effects makeup and like TV, film, theater kind of makeup. So a bit more into that industry rather than like fashion shows or bridal or, you know, prom or anything like that, because I find it a bit boring, that kind of makeup. It's just plain, especially bridal. Like, it's beautiful, but I want, you know, I want to challenge myself. I want to make prosthetics. I want to make props. I want to, you know, do stuff like that. So yeah, I'm doing a course in September for a whole month, Monday to Friday, in London. So I'm still a bit nervous about that because we don't even know if we can touch people's faces yet to apply the makeup. So how are we going to do that? I don't know. And then kind of go into like an industry that way, whether it's film, TV, or theatre. Like obviously in London, you've got loads of West End, you know, or like Broadway and stuff for you guys. So yeah, I don't know, but I'd love to get into that kind of industry because obviously my boyfriend Shane is an inspiring actor. So being in the same industry would be quite cool in that sense. So yeah, but that's my main job role. I'm not going to sit at a movie theatre, scooping popcorn, ripping tickets for the rest of my life. Like, I feel a bit better than that, you know? But obviously working in films is just like that. Well, in a theatre is cool. Like, it's such a good job. Like, it's so fun. Free films, which is great. So, yeah, like I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
So
that's an awesome job. That was my first real job as well. And
I love that.
yeah, and I encourage the kids, you know, look for fun jobs, especially when you're young.
And
You know,
it's such an easy job to do. So easy. That's why I'm doing it.
oh, exactly. Yeah, I did everything you could do besides be the, well, no, I never sold tickets. I worked concessions and I worked as an usher, and they have their own separate duties.
Yeah.
I would have stayed being an usher, but what made me move into not being an usher after a while, and maybe you can share the same sentiment, when a long movie comes in to town and it's 3 hours long and you're looking like, because what people may not realize in the chat is that there's certain staff members that can't leave until the movies are completely done and everybody's out. You don't have a set close time. It's not like the theater closes every night at 11. It closes when the final movie ends. So you may have to leave 3 hours long, and you may be closing at 1, as long as that movie runs, you know, 1 in the morning. And it's the actors that get stuck staying, where the people in concession pretty much get to clean up and leave. I guess their time gets extended too, but they're still leaving sooner than the ushers. So I became a concessionist. That way I could not be stuck at 1 a.m.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Very similar. Like at the cinema over here where I am on the Isle of Wight, like you kind of would all just do it together. So which was nice, because obviously it's smaller, and then the one in London, there's 2 separate teams. So obviously you've got like the floor team, which is the ushers, you know, cleaning the screens, doing the tickets, all that jazz, and then there's the concessions team where you're doing all the food and the ice cream and cleaning all of that because it was just so much bigger. So yeah, like it's crazy, literally crazy. I love it. It's a fun job, but for what I want in the future, not really, not at the moment. But yeah.
Red Panda Valerie agrees that that was a pain. She was a manager at the movie theater, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, great. I'd love one of the kids to experience that as a job. You know, maybe throw Jillian into the movies for a little bit. who
Yeah.
is an inspiring actor too.
Yeah. Love
Inspiring actor.
that. Like talking to customers, like everything, 100%.
Yeah, yeah, and the free movies, and if they still do it like they did it when I was doing it a long time ago, maybe the parents can go to some free movies too.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool. Literally, yeah. Might be
Yeah,
able to.
I think Jacob would be. I'd like to see him do more of like GameStop, which you may not be familiar with, but it's basically all video games. All
Yeah.
video games. He wants to be a video game developer when he gets older, and EA, Electronic Arts, who makes Madden and all that kind of stuff, and the new Star Wars games, are right here in Orlando. So
That's amazing.
they have a
That's
great, yeah, they have a great program with University
so
of Central Florida. Yeah,
cool.
so that'd be pretty cool. Two more questions, and then we'll just open it up to chat and see if they want to ask you any questions, and then
Okay.
we'll be out. Uh, I'm sure everybody here in America loves listening to your accent. I do too. Can you sound like an American?
Oh no, no. See, I'm really bad at this. Like,
You know what? If I'm asking you that, then I should probably try to sound like I'm from England too.
oh,
Yeah, the
it
theater.
sounds fake, doesn't it? And so like obvious. Like, I feel like if I did American, it would just be that typical LA like, fake, and it's just so like rude and like offensive.
No,
But
it wouldn't be.
people just sound so like, oh yes, hello dear, and you know, like posh, and we are not. Like, maybe if you're in like the more, you know, posher ends, but I sound so common. I think I sound just whatever. But oh no, American, I would not want to offend anyone, if I'm honest. Like, I'm so bad at it. But then but I love it because you've got like Texas accents, you know, you've got New Orleans, and I'm just like living for all of that. Like, I love it. So cool.
It's amazing. You go from state to state and it's all different, you know. I probably would say that I can kind of disguise where I'm from because it's very evident where I am from if I carry on with the accent that I grew up with. I was in radio as my first profession, and you're taught to have no accent.
How do you do that?
Oh,
How do you do something with an accent? That's so weird.
Yeah, well, if I say like park the car in Harvard Yard, that's kind of would be my radio voice, my radio accent.
Okay.
But if I said it uh, from where I'm from, or like my mom would say, she'd say park the car in Harvard Yard.
Oh, okay. So like bath instead of bath and stuff like that.
Yeah, take a bath. Yeah, take a bath. And pizza would have an R at the end of it, or idea. So I have an idea.
Pizza.
Yeah, let's have some pizza. But I have an idea. Or my mom, we tease my mom about this one. Like, if she said a phrase like $40, it would be $40. Give me
That's so
40.
strange, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. My favorite commercial for the Super Bowl last year was a commercial that Hyundai did based out of Boston, which is where we're from originally, Massachusetts. And they have a new system called Smart Park. So the car parks itself.
Oh,
so
wow.
You got a bunch of people saying, "You got Smart Park? The car has Smart Park." And I just ran around work doing that here in Florida for like months. Smart Park. Does that car have Smart Park? It's wicked smart.
So funny. Oh my gosh.
Well, with all that said, we may have long lost relatives because I came over to the US via the Mayflower in my family tree.
Oh, okay.
So I am English. I am English. That is one of my part of my background. English and Irish. Yeah. English, Irish, Native American. So I'm figuring with the whole pilgrims coming to America, if I'm Native American and English, I think somebody got together there. Pilgrims did date Indians, I think.
Oh no, that's fair enough. I think my mum's dad has like Italian. What else does he have? He's definitely got Italian in him because, oh my god, my granddad and my mum just tan so well. olive skin, like everything, and I'm just like pale, but I tan, which is great, not burn. I think I can't even remember what else we have. I think we've got like Irish or something as well, which kind of makes you laugh really, because Irish is more like pale and like really light skin tones. So I don't know. I can't really remember, but weird how everyone's got like everyone in.
Pale is attractive though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It is attractive. You know, like my brother and I, of course, we talk women now and then. But yeah, I've got some tan. I like tan, but he agreed with me. I'm like, sometimes, because he likes very, very dark women.
Right.
And I was like, sometimes very pale is very attractive. And he agreed with me. Someone who is at the opposite end of the spectrum, he's like, no, I agree with you, you know? So
yeah.
Rock it, you know? Rock
Oh,
it. We're proud. Last question for you. What's something that a lot of people may not know about you?
Oh, that's really hard. That's really hard. I don't even know. I'm trying to like figure out what would be like interesting or like something I haven't said before. That's really stuck me. Like really, really.
It's a good one.
I really don't know. Like I know quite a few people obviously don't know me, especially from here, but I don't know. You go, and then I'll figure one out. Like
Throw it at me.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Reverse that to you.
Something that a lot of people may not know.
It's really hard. I don't even know.
Yeah. Well, I guess I wasn't prepared like you. There's some things. There's some things. I don't know if this would count. I don't know if this would really count. That I dabble in film and TV too, so I'm quietly building a little resume of things I've appeared in as extras and things like that.
Nice.
I have my own national commercial that was out there a couple years ago. Had friends calling me from other states. I was eating pizza at a restaurant. Did I just see you on TV? I'm like, yeah.
Oh, me? Oh, yes.
Yeah, me. I'll be appearing as an extra, hopefully quite a bit, but I'll be on Disney Plus this fall.
So cool.
For 2 episodes of The Right Stuff, which was produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. So I'll be in episode 7 and 8. So I mean, maybe that's something a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Like, I mean, mine's not really that interesting, I'd say. Like, not like a really big achievement, but I first learned how to like horse ride when I was 2. I know that sounds silly at that age, but like since I was put on a horse when I was 2, I was like mesmerized, and like I used to go horse riding for like years and years and years, and then stopped when we moved over here. And then just didn't get back into it, but I love it. Like I did do a little bit over here, and because we have beaches, I rode horses along the beach, which was a bucket list and just absolutely amazing. Other than that, I've never broken a bone, touch wood. I'm boring, you know, like I don't really have anything interesting or whatever, if I'm honest. Like I don't really tell you. Nah.
Great. Does anybody have any questions in the chat? Feel free to ask Steph now, and we'll wrap it up. I'm going to see if I can link your, let's see, maybe Valerie can. Valerie, if you don't mind, could you link Steffi's Instagram in the chat? I just posted her YouTube channel, if anyone's interested.
I can always grab it or whatever if she can't find it.
Okay. Yeah, that way, because I always talk about your YouTube channel, but the Instagram is amazing. And I think that one of the latest pictures you took just blew me away. Like it's your best. It's your best to me. I'm like, whoa. It's an amazing picture, and it was probably something you just did, you know, off the cuff. Like, oh, let me just look in the mirror and take a selfie with my beautiful camera.
That was back in November. That was my little like shopping vlog that me and Mum did. That was like literally random. Just thought,
yeah, it's right here. Oh, it's on the thumbnail, but
oh yeah,
loved it. And actually, the most recent one was pretty cool too. Here's you in Disney Springs. You just posted.
My friend Kaz, who I went with. Oh, I miss Springs.
When I saw her, I wondered, are you guys still in contact with each other?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, like it was all good. Like we had a couple of, well, I took a couple of solo days and stuff just to give, because her boyfriend came as well, just to give, you know, like them a little bit of time and stuff. And because of how much money we spent from the UK going over, it was kind of like I wanted to get as much done as possible. So we was trying to just figure stuff out, and obviously you're not going to do everything on your first trip, which is why you go back so many more times, which is all good. So yeah, we are still in contact. It's really nice actually that we are, you know, and I met her through my channel. She's one of my like subscribers and stuff, and she was watching my old Disneyland Paris vlogs, which are awful and so bad, of those 2014 and 15 trips. So yes. And yeah, just been friends ever since, which was amazing. And I was like, I want to go to Disney World, and she said, so do I. And then we kind of did it like just random and like very spontaneously, and we were like, oh my god. Then we was on FaceTime for 3 hours like after we booked it, like so excited. And then the next day our boyfriend wanted to come, so we added him on and stuff. But I did find it a bit bad for them, because obviously I felt like I was third wheeling. I was like, look, sorry, like I know you want your private time, but like technically it was just meant to be me and her, but it was fine. Right. It was like funny and stuff. So, but yeah, still really good friends and bits and pieces. So love that. Love that a lot. Yeah.
That's awesome. Teresa, welcome in. Let's see the shirt. This is what I got on today.
Oh,
I see some Mickey there.
This is a very old shirt. So this is like all, oh yeah, just two lots. Ooh, there we go.
That looks like an awesome shirt though. I have never seen that one.
No, this is from Primark over in the UK. So
I love it. But can you get that one anymore?
No, not anymore. No, this is from a few years ago now, unfortunately. But I literally like any Disney tops, they just stay with me forever, literally.
Yeah, I've got drawers full of Disney t-shirts. That's like one of my things, you know. We'll be over at Disney Springs later today, and there is a store called Uniqlo. It's Japanese influence.
I have clothes from there. Literally, I have like a Disney t-shirt with Daisy. Oh my god, I love that. I wore it out in Disney World, everything. And they just brought out they brought out a couple of weeks ago a Billie Eilish collection, and I love Billie Eilish, so I like got 2 more of those, and I was like, yep. But you guys get the best Disney tops like in store and whatnot. Over in the UK over here, we hardly get really good Disney tops, even online, so it sucks. You always get the best stuff. It's just not fair. It's not fair.
It's only right. It's only right.
It's not fair. Like
yeah, so we'll probably jump into Uniqlo today. I don't know if we'll do it on the stream or off the stream, but we'll see. Uniqlo is one of those places that pumps the music, which is awesome. Yeah. But one thing to know when you live stream, there are times that you will be copyrighted, and you had to go back and you got to cut that out of the stream. But I guess while you're doing it live, it's great to show people what's going on in there.
Yeah.
So Jillian will sometimes take the stream over, and she had it the other day, and she put her hands on the door to go in. I'm like, don't go in there today. She's like, why? I'm like, I don't want to deal with copyright today.
Not today.
But they did have a really cool Donald Duck shirt that I've been eyeballing, so I might go at least look at it again and maybe decide. But their prices are great. Like all the Disney t-shirts are like $15 or less.
Literally, and it's amazing quality as well. Like such good quality. Yeah, 100%. Like again, my t-shirt is, I had that in 2018. Obviously, I don't wear it every day, but I do wear it a fair bit. I wore it out in Florida, obviously, and yeah, like such good quality. I love it.
That's awesome. So thank you everyone for joining us, whether you're doing the rewatch or you're watching live. We really appreciate you. This was Stephanie Wyatt, very good friend and of the channel, and just friend in general of us. We love her. And yeah, so follow her on Instagram, follow her on YouTube. Those are in the chat. You won't be disappointed. She does a lot of different things on her channel. And if you're into even just makeup, watch her for that because she's a pro.
Thanks.
Anything you want to say about yourself or the channel, your channel?
Not really. It's just a welcome place. Anyone's welcome. Any like suggestions or anything like that, please let me know. I'm grateful for whatever, really. So it's just nice to have new fresh faces as well to see my content. And obviously I did vlog my Disney World trip in 2018, and obviously Living in Diz do feature on it on my Epcot day 4, I believe.
I'll have to go back and watch that. I forgot. I've seen it, but I forgot.
It's a shame because like we were talking for like a couple of hours, wasn't we? Just standing there, but I didn't obviously vlog us talking. So you were literally just standing there like, "Hi, come to our channel," and it was like, "Yes." So, but
that's right.
Yeah, a nice little promo, anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want old Disney vlogs in 2018, it was my first time vlogging properly, so bear that in mind. My camera's kind of down here rather than here, but you get the gist. It's Disney, so
yeah. People are starving for anything in the parks. So so yeah. I will say, yeah, when we met, it was funny because I'm very observant, but the fact that you have lighter hair, it was easier to find you because your phone service was not working that day. We had talked about meeting all the way up to that point, and I'm thinking, I have not heard from her, and looking. I'm like, be on the lookout. And Jill was starting to get disappointed. I'm like, I don't know, maybe we got stood up, maybe, I don't know. And then it works out it was not that way at all. And we sat down to eat something, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna still keep looking as we eat.
And it was in the Japanese pavilion as well, I remember.
Yes. And I saw the blonde hair walking by, and I was like, Jill, I think that's her. I'm like, go get her. So she's like, okay, I'll go get her.
So, it was good.
Great. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Tonight we will be live around I have us scheduled for a live stream at Disney Springs at 5 p.m. Could be a little sooner, could be a little later, the way we go, but definitely looking to stick that right at 5 or maybe a little bit sooner. So yeah, anybody that's new to the channel, make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed. We do a lot of fun Disney stuff here while we're not in the parks right now. We'll be hopefully in the parks in a couple of weeks. So we're doing some fun live streams from home. We're doing a bracket challenge every Monday where we put together matchups between Disney snacks, Disney park attractions, all kinds of fun stuff. People love it in the chat. They get to vote, and they have the voice in what moves on, and we get to pick a champion. Pirates of the Caribbean won in week 1 for MK attractions.
Wow.
And we do have people that are bitter.
That then, weren't they? There wasn't any British people doing that.
I know, right? Well, you would have, if you join, you'll have a voice one of those nights. We'll do it again for sure. We do trivia, Disney trivia on Thursday evenings here, 7:30 on Eastern time here in the US. And we have a website now, livingindiz.com. Check that out. Sign up for our emails. You get written blogs by me twice a week right now. So yeah, we just have so much stuff. I just feel like I'll go blah 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 blah.
No, like this, it's something for everyone as well. Whether you don't want to watch videos, or you don't want to join our live stream, or you just want to read a blog, like it's awesome. Still getting Disney content, which is great.
Right, for sure. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but whatever. I gave enough for now. Sarah J. Hello, Sarah J. Welcome in. We are saying goodbye. We're talking to our good friend Stephanie Wyatt. She has a great YouTube channel if you want to check it out, and Instagram, and watch on the replay. If you want to check us out, Sarah, later, we will be live from Disney Springs this evening, sometime between 4 and 5, hopefully. But it is scheduled officially for 5. So thank you guys for hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a few hours. So,
yeah. I'll have to like figure out what my time is that way, and then just I've got my little order in as well, and I from Disney Springs. So yeah.
Oh yes, and Valerie's reminding me that we just opened up a brand new Facebook group page. So if I don't know if you're signed up for that, Steph, but
you accepted. I'm
Oh,
in.
perfect. Thank you so much. Oh, I think you may have done it live the other night when you were in our chat. Am I right or
Yes.
wrong?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, Valerie's been approving everybody, so I haven't seen them all as they come in. So great. Hang on the line. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in a few hours from Disney Springs. Love you all, guys, and appreciate you.